AI. It feels like it's everywhere these days.
Yeah. You see it in like every headline.
Not just tech news, though, right? I mean, it's impacting like elections, even music.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's even behind some of those viral trends we see online.
Like, what was that one?
You know, like that hashtag for the shoe thing with the pizza toppings?
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
pineapple on pizza debate, but even weirder.
Exactly.
Well, for this deep dive, we went through a ton of your research articles, everything you sent in,
That's right. All the good stuff.
to really look at how AI is actually impacting things, the real world.
What I think is really fascinating is how AI isn't just some abstract future concept anymore.
Right. It's here.
It's really woven into our everyday lives.
Absolutely. From how we vote
Yeah.
to the music we listen to.
It's even changing how businesses operate across like every industry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to cover today. We'll get into the specifics
Right.
of how AI is changing things up in finance,
Okay.
customer service,
Uh-huh.
even project management. But we're also going to tackle the bigger picture stuff too.
All right.
Like the ethics of developing AI and how it's influencing culture.
Lots to unpack.
Definitely. So let's get started.
Right.
One of the areas where AI is having a huge impact is elections.
Yeah, I'd say democracy itself is being shaped by how AI is used.
No doubt.
Oh.
Those are some pretty high stakes. So let's start with the positive side. How can AI make elections more secure?
Well, imagine if you had AI algorithms basically guarding the entire voting process.
Okay.
They'd be watching everything in real time.
Interesting.
And they could flag any weird activity that could be like a sign of fraud.
I see.
It's like having this super vigilant watchdog
Okay.
that can spot those tiny little irregularities that humans might miss.
That makes sense. Is that actually happening anywhere?
Oh, absolutely. In Kenya's 2017 elections, AI was used to analyze voting patterns and flag anything that looks suspicious.
Wow. So it's not just a theory.
Nope, it's already happening.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond just fraud detection, too. AI can also really beef up cybersecurity, stopping attacks on voting systems before they can even cause damage.
So it's like a digital shield for our elections.
Exactly.
That is reassuring. But I know there's another side of this coin.
Yeah.
What about these AI-powered disinformation campaigns we hear so much about?
Right. That's where things get a bit more concerning. We've all heard of deepfakes now, those super realistic fake videos.
Yeah, where it looks like someone is saying or doing things they never did.
Exactly. Imagine a deepfake video of a candidate saying something really inflammatory right before an election.
Ugh. It's terrifying how easily that could spread online.
Especially on social media.
Yeah, before you know it, everyone thinks this completely fabricated video is the truth.
Exactly. And then you've got those armies of bots,
Oh yeah,
automated accounts just spreading misinformation
designed to target specific groups.
and play on their fears and biases.
Wow. It's like a whole new kind of information warfare.
It is, and it's really tough to combat.
So AI is a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It can protect democracy, but it can also be used to undermine it.
It really underscores how important ethical considerations are in AI development.
For sure.
Yeah.
We need safeguards regulations, something to make sure AI is being used responsibly.
Especially in such a high-stakes area like elections.
It is a lot to think about.
Yeah.
From safeguarding elections to actually composing music, AI is everywhere.
It's really changing everything.
And speaking of music, AI-generated music.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the future? Are human composers on their way out?
That's a question that a lot of people are talking about right now.
Yeah.
We have these tools like Suno AI that can actually create original music in the style of a specific artist.
Really?
It analyzes huge data sets of music,
Huh.
learns all those patterns and nuances,
Okay.
and then generates new compositions that sound incredibly similar.
So you're saying we could have an AI-generated Eminem track that sounds just like the real Slim Shady?
It's not outside the realm of possibility. AI music generators are getting more sophisticated all the time,
Wow.
especially with new techniques like generative adversarial networks.
What are those?
They're also called GANs. They're neural networks that pit two AIs against each other.
Like a battle of the bands.
Kind of. One AI generates music and the other tries to figure out if it's human composed or not.
I see. So they're constantly learning from each other and getting better.
Exactly. It's like an AI musical arms race.
So where does that leave human musicians?
That's the million-dollar question. Some see it as a threat, while others see it as a huge opportunity.
Okay.
Imagine AI becoming a tool that musicians can collaborate with,
Interesting.
a new kind of instrument to push the boundaries of creativity.
That's a cool way to think about it.
Yeah.
But it also brings up questions about ownership and copyright.
For sure.
Who owns the rights to AI-generated music?
Mm.
Can an AI really capture the soul and emotion of a human artist?
These are some big questions that we're just starting to grapple with.
It really makes you rethink how we define art and creativity
Yeah,
and the role technology plays in our lives.
absolutely.
It seems like AI is making us question a lot of our assumptions about the world.
It really is, yeah. It
Yeah.
really is making us rethink things. And this rethinking goes beyond just music and the arts.
Yeah.
We're seeing AI having a real impact in more practical areas, too.
Like what?
Industries like finance, customer service, and project management are being transformed by AI.
Let's get into those. Starting with finance. AI is already used for fraud detection,
Right.
but how else is it shaking things up?
One of the biggest impacts of AI in finance is how it can analyze these massive amounts of data
Okay,
and then find patterns that humans would never be able to spot.
got it.
This leads to better risk assessments, smarter investment strategies,
Uh-huh.
even personalized financial advice that's tailored to each individual.
So it's like having a super intelligent financial advisor available 24/7.
In a sense, yes, AI can analyze your spending habits, your investment goals,
Okay.
your risk tolerance, and then give you customized recommendations.
To help reach your financial goals.
It's all about making your decisions using the power of data.
That does sound incredibly efficient. But what happens to the human element? Are financial advisors going to be replaced by robots?
It's unlikely that AI will completely replace human advisors.
Okay.
At least not anytime soon.
Right.
What's more likely is that we'll see a shift towards a more collaborative model,
I see.
where AI tools basically enhance what human advisors can do.
That makes sense.
It frees them from those more tedious tasks
Right.
and lets them focus on building relationships and providing more strategic guidance.
Because it's about empowering financial professionals with AI, not replacing them.
Exactly.
Got it. Now, what about customer service? I feel like I'm talking to more and more AI-powered chatbots these days.
You're right. AI chatbots are becoming really common,
Yeah.
and their abilities are getting better all the time thanks to improvements in natural language processing.
What does that mean exactly?
It means that they can understand and respond to customer questions in a more natural conversational way.
Interesting.
They can provide support around the clock, which frees up human agents to handle those more complicated issues.
I have to say, I've been impressed with some of the chatbots I've talked to recently.
Really?
They're getting pretty good at understanding what I need and resolving my issues quickly.
The technology is definitely evolving.
Yeah.
AI can now analyze a customer's emotions.
Wow.
It can personalize responses.
Okay.
And even seamlessly transfer you to a human agent if necessary.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I can't help but wonder about job displacement.
Yeah.
Are all those customer service reps going to be out of work?
It's a valid concern. But history shows us that new technologies often create new jobs and opportunities that we never even thought of before.
Like what?
Think about when the internet took off and e-commerce exploded.
Right.
It totally changed how we shopped.
Yeah.
But it also created tons of new jobs in web development, digital marketing, and logistics.
So you're saying we should embrace the changes AI brings instead of fearing them?
Exactly. AI is a tool.
Mm-hmm.
And just like any tool, it can be used for good or bad. We have to be the ones to guide its development and make sure it's used ethically and responsibly.
Yeah.
And that includes getting the workforce ready for the changes AI will inevitably bring.
That makes sense. Speaking of preparing for the future, let's talk about project management.
All right.
How's AI impacting that field?
Well, project management is all about planning, coordinating, and executing complex tasks.
Right.
It often involves multiple teams and different stakeholders.
Yeah.
AI is becoming incredibly valuable in project management.
How so?
It can automate those tedious tasks, the ones nobody likes doing.
Sure.
It can provide insights from past data
Uh-huh.
and helps project managers make more informed decisions.
So it's like having a really organized and efficient project assistant.
I'd say more like a super intelligent one.
Okay.
AI can analyze all of the project data
Okay.
and spot potential problems,
Got it.
predict delays,
Uh-huh.
even suggest solutions based on what's worked best in the past.
Wow. They can even optimize resource allocation to make sure projects are completed on time and within budget.
That's the idea.
Sounds like every project manager's dream.
Yeah.
But what about the human aspect of leadership and decision-making?
Right?
Can AI really replace those essential skills?
AI can definitely boost human capabilities in project management,
Okay,
but I doubt it will fully replace the need for human leadership.
I see.
There are just some things AI hasn't mastered yet.
Like what?
Things like team dynamics, stakeholder relationships, and navigating complex organizational structures.
Okay.
Those require emotional intelligence and a nuanced judgment.
which are still very human skills.
Exactly.
So it's all about striking that balance.
Right.
Using AI's strengths while recognizing its limitations.
That seems to be the theme with AI in all these different areas.
Absolutely. AI is a powerful tool.
But it's not a cure-all.
For sure.
We need to use it thoughtfully, strategically,
Okay.
and always in conjunction with human expertise.
To really unlock its full potential.
Exactly.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into AI.
We have. From elections to music to project management.
We've seen how it's impacting industries, raising ethical questions, pushing the limits of what's possible.
It really is remarkable.
But what does it all mean for us as individuals living in this AI-powered world?
Yeah, that's the big question.
It feels like this massive wave is crashing over us,
It does.
and we're all just trying to figure out how to swim.
One thing that really stands out to me is the importance of AI literacy.
What do you mean?
It's just like we need to understand basic finance or healthcare to make smart decisions.
Okay.
We need to understand AI too.
Its capabilities and its limitations.
Exactly.
We need to be able to spot those deep fakes.
Yeah.
Understand how algorithms shape our online experiences. Ask those tough questions about the ethics of it all.
It's about being informed citizens in this new world.
Exactly. And this goes beyond just us as individuals, right?
Absolutely. We need to be having these conversations as a society,
Debating the ethics,
setting guidelines for responsible development,
making sure AI benefits everyone.
not just a select few.
It feels like we're at a turning point.
I agree.
The choices we make today will have a ripple effect for generations to come.
Yeah, no pressure, right?
So looking ahead, what gives you hope about the future of AI?
Honestly, it's seeing that more and more people recognize the need for ethical AI.
Okay.
There's a global conversation happening right now.
About responsible development, transparency, accountability, fairness?
Exactly. And it's not just academics and policymakers involved anymore.
That's good.
Tech companies, industry leaders, even everyday people are realizing we have a responsibility to shape this technology.
It's like we're waking up to the fact that we're not just passengers on this AI journey.
Right. We're the ones steering the ship.
And we can decide where it goes.
Exactly.
What excites you the most about the possibilities of AI?
The potential to empower humanity. That's what really gets me excited. Imagine AI helping us solve these huge problems we face.
Like climate change.
Yeah, or curing diseases.
What about personalized education?
Right. AI could create learning plans tailored to each student.
Making education accessible to everyone no matter where they are.
It's a future where AI helps us reach our full potential.
Boosts our creativity.
Yeah.
Helps us build a better world.
A more just and sustainable world.
That's a future worth fighting for.
It definitely is. Well, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to encourage everyone listening to keep exploring the world of AI.
Okay.
Stay curious, keep asking questions, and be part of the conversation that will shape its future.
The journey's just begun.
And the possibilities are endless.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into AI. We hope you learned something new, maybe had some of your own ideas sparked, and perhaps even felt a little bit of awe at what human ingenuity can accomplish. Keep learning, keep questioning, and keep shaping the future.